Alright everybody, so here we are in Santa Clarita. I'm well, let's start with Skunk 72 held here in Santa Clarita, California. It is day before Thanksgiving and it's a nice 90 something degree day. Thought it was supposed to be like fall, but apparently not. So I'm finally doing the much anticipated ride on the Sport Glide. I tried to do it last week but wasn't able to. So Old Road Harley Davidson, Harley Dave, the head salesman there. I believe he's sales manager. He came in to look at it. It's finally out on the floor, and first thing he says is, "You want to go for a ride?" And of course my answer was, "Dave, you know me." So we start with all these new seats on all these new Softails are actually pretty badass. They're pretty comfortable for a stock seat. There's our saddlebags. They're actually a lot more roomy than they look when you look at them in pictures or even on this video. You're not going to be able to really see how roomy they are. They open and close just like the touring bikes. And there's your release to unlock it. I'm not sure how to do it and I don't want to mess with it, so I'm not going to. I know they come off fairly easy, and there's just one little bar right there that holds it in place, and then the regular docking. This one is in vivid black, and of course it's got the Milwaukee 8 107. It does not come in the 114 for this model. One of the things that they did do this is the primary. This cover here is more narrow than other bikes, so you're not like up against it when you're riding. Got single disc front brake, and I know Fatboy 740 said he didn't like these new rims. I kind of like them because they're different. They're not your typical Harley rims. Inverted forks, which I do like. Got the new LED headlight that they're putting on all the newer models. Come around this side, we got the 2-into-1 exhaust. Not real sure I'm a fan of that black. The black slip-on part of it, I'm not sure if I really like that or not. But, it's a Harley. The exhaust would be getting changed pretty quickly. They also have these adjustable rear suspension. Let's see, I have specs for them here. Actually, the spec card is in the case, so I'll do it that way. So we got 25.7 inch seat height. It's got a 5-gallon fuel tank. Running weight is 698 pounds, so these are actually really light for a Harley. And like I said, 107 Milwaukee 8 engine, which is 1746 cc. They say it's going to get 47 miles to a gallon, which would be pretty nice because my 2009 Fat Bob doesn't get anywhere close to that. But there we go. There's the dealer asking price is $19,784 after all the California emissions, dealer setup, prep fees, freight fees. The sticker price on it is $18,599 before all that. So I think that's enough talking. So go ahead and take this baby for a ride. So this is what's a little different here. It's this whole starting thing with the keyless. So you got to use your engine kill switch to turn it on. Let it prime up and everything. I forgot to mention, these also come with standard ABS and the keyless, which is a really nice thing to have. So anyway, you turn your kill switch on, let it prime and everything, and then your hazard switch here, the opposite side of the hazard switch, is the starter. This also comes with standard cruise control, which I kind of like. What I'm looking at these for is I thought maybe since I really want a street glide and I don't want to get rid of my Fat Bob, that maybe this would be a nice in-between that might be suitable, just because it's a little bit of a cross between both of them. So we'll see. Again, special thanks to Dave at Old Road Harley Davidson for allowing me to take his bikes out for a ride. It's very much appreciated. first impression, I do feel pushed forward a little bit. I'm 6'2", so I'm not real comfortable on everything. And first impression, I don't know if I like the position on these handlebars. Yeah, that could easily be changed. I love the fact that you can take the fairing and the bags off on this bike, and it all of a sudden is a round town cruiser. Throw them back on and you can do some touring. This little quick release mini batwing doesn't look like it would do much, but so far it actually seems like it's keeping some of the wind off my chest. Until we get going a little bit faster, we'll see. I'm getting a little more wind than I do on my Fat Bob, but I got that huge batwing on my Fat Bob, which takes all the wind off my chest. I can't say enough about the Milwaukee 8 107 engine. We'll see how they do a few years down the line, see if they hold up. But so far, I absolutely love them. Plenty of power. So smooth. Yeah, there's that 107 kicking in. I like. This particular bike has 13 miles on it. I was hoping to be the first one to ride it, but it didn't work out that way. I was here the day they got it, and then came back like 2 days later, I believe, and it wasn't ready yet. They were still prepping it. But, you know, good things come to those who wait. Now, this seat is very comfortable. I just wish it set me back a little bit farther. Now, it's going to be a lot comparable to the Fat Bob and the Heritage that I already rode. As far as running wise, the transmission, it's got 6-speed transmission. It's great. I think I had pointed out that on all Harleys, you know, you got that clank shift where you can really hear it pop into gear. On mine, you can feel that clank too. This one, you can hear it clank into gear, but you can't feel it. It shifts a lot smoother. Easy to control. Doesn't take much input at all. It just does what I want it to do. That's nice. Some people don't like it, but I love forward controls just because I'm tall and it makes me a lot more comfortable. So down here we got the analog speedo, and then the little digital message center where you can do any number of things. Right now it's set for my remaining fuel range. Up at the top there's the bars to show you how much fuel you have left, and this button over here will change things. So we got a clock and a gear indicator, which when you pull in the clutch shuts off the gear indicator. That's always nice for someone like me, because I can't tell you how many times I've been downshifting and totally forgot what gear I was in and dropped myself into first when I didn't want to be in first. I'm sure everybody's done that, so you all know what I'm talking about. So these bikes actually have a pretty cool sound to them right out of the box. They don't sound horrible for stock. I personally would still change it because I love to have a cool sounding bike. So as the ride goes on, I still don't know about the height of these handlebars, but as the ride goes on, it is getting more and more comfortable as I get used to it, so it's not going to be as big of a deal as I thought it would be. I think personally I'd put maybe some riser extensions on there just to get a little bit more out of it. I think you can do any number of things to it. Now, I don't know with the mini fairing if you would be able to put T-bars on or not. I don't know if they clear. Yeah, I think they clear. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, you can probably still do it. liking it. Those few changes that I would make. And I wish I could afford to have 2 bikes and I could just keep my Fat Bob and then buy a Street Glide for touring, but unfortunately that's just not going to happen. Brakes honestly feel really good. They're working just fine. And y'all know about the counterbalanced Milwaukee 8s. I can feel 0 vibration through this thing. So I'm following the accepted old road Harley Davidson test ride route. Oh dude, this thing controls like a champ. Yeah, she gets up and goes just fine. I don't know, I think I'd like my hands to be about right there. Can't wait to see what kind of accessories the aftermarket companies come up with for these. Maybe see what some other people are doing to them. I mean, I really right now would have to say I don't think I would change much, but you never know, things start coming out and you see things that you like. Stretch. Oh yeah. So one thing I like to do when I am on a longer run and I need to stretch out is I will actually rest my backs of my ankles on my forward pegs. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but I like to ride like that when I'm stretching out on a longer ride and I just need to change positions a little bit. And I wasn't able to do that on the new Fat Bob. On this one I am able to. Love these new engines. When I test rode the Fat Bob, the new 2018 Fat Bob, which I did like, I love that 114 engine. I got back on my Fat Bob to go home and it actually made me think something was wrong with my bike because it wasn't as responsive and it didn't take off like the 114 did. So it took a few minutes to get used to my bike again. So my little disclaimer that I do every time I do one of these demo rides is this is just a demo ride with my impressions and my opinions. I don't want to call it a review because I'm not a motorcycle expert. I'm just a motorcycle enthusiast that I will ride any bike I get a chance to ride. Would be a lot more comfortable on it if I was like maybe 5'10". You know, again, that's just my opinion because I've known people that were like 6'5" that rode Iron 883s and were fine. For me, I have to be able to stretch out more. All in all, say if you've been eyeballing one of these, go take it for a test spin. My guess is you're gonna like it. And if you're in the Southern California area and you can, go to Old Road Harley Davidson and talk to Harley Dave, see what kind of deal he can hook you up with. Let him know that Skunk72 sent you, so he knows that all these rides that he lets me do on his new bikes aren't a total waste. Don't know where Old Road Harley Davidson is. It's in Santa Clarita, California. It is on Center Point Parkway. It's going to be behind the Canyon Country area Walmart. so used to most Harley stores being visible from the freeway. This is one of the few that isn't. Alright, well, you guys noticed I stopped talking at the end of my demo ride on the Sport Glide, and I didn't sign off. I thought that I had forgotten to plug my mic in, so I got a little flustered and just rode back a little angry, thinking that whole thing was a waste, and I didn't want to put extra miles on Old Road's brand new bike. But as you can see, since I'll be posting this, that I did not forget. My mic was plugged in the entire time, and all is well. I just never said goodbye. So, I'm saying it now. My demo ride is done. Again, thank you very much, Dave, for allowing me to ride. I really appreciate it. Help me get some views on my YouTube channel. So with that, I will go ahead and call this one quits. Again, if you're thinking about checking out that new Sport Glide, I'd go do it. It's a cool bike. So take care, everybody. Rubber side down, shiny side up, and I'll talk to you all on the next one. Peace.